Hi, this is Mrs. Russo, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks of how to use the protractors that I handed out to students yesterday. So they all have one with their assigned number on it that they're supposed to keep in their pencil pouch so they can bring it to home and to school each day. What's nice about our protractors are they all are clear, which helps for really nice alignment in reading. There is a hole right here in the middle, and there's a hole at the top for 90 degrees. There's also this horizontal line that will help for lining up for accurate measurements. So this video is mostly going to focus on how to measure angles, and I will make another one on tips and tricks of how to draw angles. Also, you will notice there is a 0 on the right that goes all the way to 180 degrees on the left, and then a 0 on the left, and it uses the top part of the protractor and goes all the way to 180. So the first thing I taught with the kids is the first thing you're going to want to do is extend the lines of the ray. And this has to do with the fact that our protractor is clear, and you want it to be as aligned as possible. If they're off a little, that is okay. That's just a degree or two off. So the first thing I like them to do is to extend the rays of their angles so it becomes much easier to read. Step 2, I had them put their pencil through the hole down here and line it up with the point of their angle. Then, as you can kind of see here, you will notice that that horizontal line here is really important for lining up. So you want them to actually rotate, keeping the point here, until the line kind of disappears and they begin to overlap. And the tip that I've been using to them is if their ray goes to the right, they're going to count from the 0 on the right. So then now they have to use the inside numbers to measure their angles, not the outside. So they line up their ray going to the right, they're going to start with the 0 on the right. So our angle is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Looks like it's about 45, 46 degrees. So our angle is 46 degrees. Now the reason I like to skip count is so they know that we're counting kind of opposite of what we did. Some of students think this is actually 55 because 50 is there and 55, but if they actually go and count from right to left, they will notice that that is between 40 and 50, about 46 degrees. Now you could rotate your paper, keeping your point in the middle of the circle, and align it with the ray going to the left. Well, if they line it up with the ray going to the left, they're going to start with a 0 on the left, and they're going to use their outside numbers, and as you can see, it's a 46, 47 degree angle. So no matter which way they line it up, as long as they have their point here, and then this line is measuring up with one of the rays, they will get a pretty accurate read on it. So I will do it one more time with an obtuse angle. So again, I'm going to line up my hole with the point of the angle. I'm going to rotate it so it lines up. My ray goes to the right, so I'm going to use a 0 on the right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. See how it becomes hard to know what it goes through? So that is one of the reasons why one of my first steps for kids to do is to really extend the lines of the rays so it goes through very clearly. Especially on our homework, they give like the smallest angles to measure from, and it's much easier when it clearly goes through the protractor. So now again, starting at the 0, we're about 110, 115, 16, about 117 degree angle. Another thing is some angles show this little arc in them, and I tell them that the arc of the protractor has to follow it. So, because some students wanted to try to measure this way, but the angles do not go through this way. Well, hopefully that was helpful in being able to help your child navigate measuring angles at home. Let me know if you have any questions.